minds are like parachutes. They only function when they are open. Good morning, my dear children. Today about cyber security. So about cyber crime. Okay. So this topic is only left cyber crime, and with this the syllabus will be finished, and you will prepare for your annual exam. Okay. So what is cyber security? Cyber crime. Okay. Cyber crime are criminal activities carried out by means of computers on the internet. There are many types of cyber crimes, and the most common are as follows: hacking, theft, cyber stalking, identity theft, malicious software, child soliciting, and abuse. These problems are nowadays very common. All of you must have read in the newspaper, in the internet also, and from here you are listening from your elders also. This hacking is very popular nowadays. People are stealing data and informations, hacking Facebook account, Instagram account, sometimes bank accounts also. So we'll read about in detail what type of criminal activities all these are. Okay. So what is hacking? Hacking means gaining of unauthorized access to data in a system or computer. Unauthorized access. That means without permission. Hacking is an attempt to exploit a computer system or a private network inside a computer. Simply put, it is the unauthorized access to or control over computer network security systems for some electric purpose. That means for some illegal work, unauthorized work. If your system, your network will be accessed by some unauthorized person, then it is known as your hacking. The criminal uses variety of softwares to enter a person's computer to access their personal or sensitive data. Personal means email ID, your user ID. Okay. Sensitive data means password, debit card information, credit card information, your bank account information. These are sensitive data. Okay. So people try to enter into your computer or break your network security to steal this data, this type of data. Clear? That is known as your hacking. See, this hacking sometimes divided into two types. One is your hackers and another one is your cracker. Some people doing for it gaining out of curiosity or for gaining knowledge. Okay, so that is they have no malicious intention. They don't want to harm anybody or to means misuse the data. Clear? So they can, that is one type of hacking also, but they are known as white hat hackers. But some people are doing it intentionally, doing harm to people, misutilizing the data. So they are known as your red hat hackers. Okay, or black hat sometimes also black hat hackers. Clear? So this is your hacking. Another one is theft. What type of crime it is? This crime occurs when a person violates copyrights and downloads music, movies, games or software. That means software piracy. Whenever we are doing, previous class we have studied, that comes under your theft. Many websites encourage software piracy and are now being targeted by the FBI. What is FBI? Federal Bureau of Investigation. Okay, one organization it is. The justice system is addressing cybercrime and laws to prevent people from illegal downloading. Clear? This agency is will give justice to the people for illegal downloading. Clear? So we'll learn about different type of software piracy and illegal downloading also in the previous class. So if we are doing this or people are doing this, that comes under a crime that is known as your theft. Next one is your cyber stalking. What is this? This is very dangerous type of crime. Okay. Cyber stalking is the use of the internet or other electronic means to stalk or harass an individual, group or organization. It may include false accusations, defamation, slander and libel. Okay. That means when people will Some hopefully it may be a means maybe to a person or maybe to an organization or a group to defame that organization or to for a false accusation. Okay, so this actually done by through internet or by sending emails, by sending emails from unauthorized sources. This is one type of threat. Clear? The repeated use of electronic communication to harass or frighten someone, for example, by sending threatening emails to stalk them. Okay, means they take the help of means say internet or your electronic media to threat people. That is come under your cyber stalking. However, if they notice that cyber stalking is not having the desired effect, they begin offline stalking too. Okay, that means if they will target a person for money or for defaming or for anything, so they start sending threatening mails. And if you'll find that the threatening mails have no effect on that person or that organization, they begin offline stalking too. Okay, many crimes are happening due to this. Then identity theft. Identity theft what? It occurs when someone uses another person's personal identifying information like their name, identifying number or credit card number without their permission to commit fraud or other crimes. Okay, that means somebody will use your Google account and can send a message, can send a mail to somebody else. So means that is your identity theft. You have not done this. Okay, somebody else has taken that advantage. So Facebook account to means somebody is making Facebook account by your name, duplicate account. Nowadays which it is very popular, people are doing. Okay, then Instagram account too. So this means identity theft. Somebody else will use it by your name, and when somebody else will without permission and use this, that means there is a malicious intention. Okay, without means for good purpose nobody will use. If good purpose somebody will use, then he will take the permission. If without permission, unauthorizedly, illegally using, then it is malicious intention. Identity theft deliberately uses someone else's identity as a method to gain financial advantages or obtain credit and other benefits, and perhaps to cause other persons disadvantage or loss. That is malicious intention. They want to harm that person, maybe means financially or maybe other means other way. This has become a major problem with people using the internet for cash transaction when we are doing online shopping or online banking and banking services. It can result in major financial loss for the victim if somebody will use this identity theft. Clear? So nowadays it is identity theft, it is happening. Many means financial loss people are facing also when we are doing online transactions. So we should be very careful while doing this online transaction, doing online shopping or doing online banking work. Clear? Next is your malicious software. These are internet-based software or programs that are used to disrupt a network. The software is used to gain access to a system to steal sensitive information or to cause damage to software present in the system. Okay. Some of the examples are viruses, worms, trojans, ransomware, adware. So these are so many are there. Okay, I have taken some examples only. These are malicious softwares. Viruses, they can duplicate themselves and can damage your can fill your storage space so that you cannot do any work. Your computer will be destroyed. Worms, when they will enter into the computer, okay, they will destroy your files. Maybe your BIOS also, means say your booting system, your operating system may be corrupted, or your other library files may be corrupted. Trojans. Trojans always appears as a what is useful program, but whenever you will click it, it will be uploaded in your computer and it will make harm to your programs. Ransomware, some they will means collect the sensitive information and they'll use it for money, just like spyware. Okay, adware, different advertise mails are coming, or advertise messages are coming. They generally means say contain viruses. Clear? So when virus will enter, this malicious software will enter to our system will break down. Okay. So another one is child soliciting and abuse. This is a big problem now. This is also a type of cybercrime wherein criminals solicit minors via chat rooms for the purpose of child pornography. The FBI has been spending a lot of time monitoring chat rooms frequented by children with the hope of reducing and preventing child abusing. Okay, means actually the small children nowadays internet becomes very popular. You all are very exposed to this technology also, device also. So what happened, childs less than 13 years also using the social media for chatting or for anything, but they don't know that the how to use it. Sometimes people take the advantage of these accounts, and they give threatening mails, threatening messages. Okay, and so that the child can be means say what is convinced and can do the work as they want. Okay, they can misutilize them. So for that FBI is working. Cyber security. So for this, to protect us from all these cyber attacks, so cyber security is there. Okay, cyber security comprises technologies, processes and controls that are designed to protect systems, networks and data from cyber attacks. Okay, effective cybersecurity reduces the risk of cyber attacks and protects organizations and individuals from unauthorized exploitation of systems, networks, and technologies. Okay. So, what are the cyber securities in our country? The National Cyber Security Policy 2013 is a policy in India that aims to protect public and private infrastructure from cyber attacks and safeguards information of web users, financial and banking information, etc. The Indian Computer Emergency Response Team is the nodal agency that monitors the cyber threats in the country. Okay, so these are the agencies, and the different many other policies are also there, and agencies are also there also to protect the persons, individuals, organization from these cyber threats. So some rules you should know. So in your book it is given smart rules and plus rules. Okay, so what is that the smart rules? While using internet you should follow this. Keep safe. Keep safe by not revealing personal information while using the internet. Personal information includes email ID, house address, photos, phone number and password. Clear? While using the internet, you should not reveal these informations in any public platform. Do not meet up. Meet online friends only in the presence of an adult or family member. Don't go alone to meet an online friend to a unknown place. Do not accept. Accept emails and messages only from people you know. The person who is sending messages to you, or to sending email who you don't know, whom you don't know, don't accept it. Okay, be aware of viruses and spam messages. Check for reliability. All the information on the internet may not be correct. Check for the reliability of the information with other resources. Other resources means books, websites, or someone who knows about it. Your parents you may discuss, your seniors you may discuss, you read a book from the library. Okay, but always the information may not be correct. Tell. Tells your teachers, adults, family members if you or someone you know is uncomfortable about an online communication. Suppose if you are uncomfortable, or your friend or your brother, sister, anybody is very uncomfortable with this online, means getting threatening messages or mails or something like that, and so you can share it with your parents or with your teachers. What are the plus rules then? Plus rules: be polite. That means don't use any abusing words in any online platform. Okay, respect people. Be cautious of what you post about others. Refrain from making strong statements and personal comments. Okay, don't give any means controversial comment, personal abuse, nothing like that. Okay, think before you link. Know and manage your friends. Be careful about who you accept as friends online. Be cautious of stalking, cyber talking. Okay, so you are responsible. So for this means since you are using this internet for your communication, you are responsible for it. How you will use this, in a bad manner or in a good manner. Clear? For your online reputation, assume that everything you post on social networking sites is permanent and communication communicates your opinions. Everything that is posted online is available for public view and can easily be tracked. So you are responsible what you are posting. Share selectively. Keep your profile closed and allocate different view or write permissions. Be selective about who you allow to write on your wall. Okay, means who will accept as your online friend and who will not accept as your friend. That depends upon you. Okay, and some about this chapter, some awareness you should learn, that is your awareness about copyright. Copyright we have learned that it will be means give protected, means say artistic work, mind, it means anything created from the mind, okay, intellect, can be protected under law. That is your copyright. A lot of content under copyright is indicated by this symbol, a circle inside C, copyright reserved. This means that the content cannot be copied or reused without permission from the copyright owner. The content could be image, text, audio, video, applications, operating systems, etc. Check for copyright before using any content from any source. Then watch for CC, Creative Commons license. CC license allows people to share and build upon each other's work. This is indicated by CC. Okay. Acknowledge the source of information. If you use content from, that means to avoid plagiarism, acknowledge the source of information. Already we have read. If you use content from other sources, always acknowledge the sources. Not doing so is plagiarism. If you have to use copyright content, ensure that you use it for educational purposes and take permission from the copyright owner. Reject plagiarism. Word to word copying parts of someone else's work and presenting it as your own is called plagiarism. It is the unethical as it takes away the effort of the other person. Explain in your own words. Content taken from different sources needs to be explained in your own words. This can be done with paraphrasing. Okay, don't cut and paste. Direct plagiarism don't do. Okay, you read the contents and means write it in your own words or own language. Okay, hope all of you understood this chapter, theoretical chapter and very interesting also. And any doubt you can ask in the doubt class, or you can message me, you can call me, we are free. And we come to the end of the syllabus, and I want to tell you that chapter 6 is excluded from your syllabus. It will not come in your annual exam. So only these 4 chapters will come. Computer networks, advanced feature of MS Access, advanced HTML5, cyber security. These 4 chapters you read for your annual exam. This chapter 6 is excluded, so no, don't be confused. Okay, and hope you enjoyed the year and come to the end. Okay, thank you all. Have a nice day. All the best for your exam.